Bluefin tuna is one of the most prized fish in the world. It can travel across oceans, sell for enormous prices, and become some of the most luxurious sushi on Earth. But before it reaches the plate, it goes through a long journey involving biology, fishing, farming, handling, grading, and expert preparation. Bluefin tuna is not a product assembled in a factory. It is a living animal, one of the ocean's most powerful predators. 3 species dominate the world's premium sushi markets: the Atlantic bluefin, the Pacific bluefin, and the Southern bluefin. Each stands out for its size, strength, and remarkable biology. The Atlantic bluefin can reach nearly 5 meters in length and weigh up to 700 kilograms. Pacific bluefin, while smaller, are known for their dense, richly marbled flesh, often fetching the highest price per kilogram. Southern bluefin, found in the temperate waters of the southern hemisphere, live for decades and are recognized for their resilience and rarity. What makes these fish so valuable begins with their bodies. Bluefin are partial endotherms. They can keep their muscles warmer than the surrounding water, allowing for bursts of speed and long migrations. Their natural diet of oily forage fish, like sardines and mackerel, builds up intramuscular fat, especially in the belly. This fat creates the melt-in-the-mouth texture that sushi chefs seek in toro. The deep red color and delicate marbling are not the result of artificial processes, but of years spent roaming vast ocean distances. This is why bluefin is revered on the sushi plate. Its journey from ocean to market is shaped by nature, not manufacturing. The real question is how this wild, migratory fish enters the food system, whether it is caught at sea or raised and fattened in carefully managed farms. Every bluefin tuna that enters the food system begins its journey through one of 2 tightly controlled pathways: regulated wild capture or aquaculture and ranching. In wild fisheries, bluefin are not harvested without limits. Instead, international agencies assign strict quotas, issue permits, and enforce seasonal and size restrictions. These rules are the backbone of legal bluefin supply, ensuring that only a set number of fish can be caught each year. Gear types vary by region and are closely monitored. Purse-seine nets surround entire schools in the Mediterranean and Atlantic. Long lines, extending for kilometers with baited hooks, are common in the Pacific. In coastal waters, rod and reel fishing remains in use, particularly for artisanal or sport catches. Alongside wild capture, aquaculture and ranching have become essential. Ranching starts with the live capture of juvenile bluefin, which are transferred quickly to floating sea pens. There, they are fed and allowed to grow until they reach market size. This approach differs from closed-cycle aquaculture, where bluefin are bred, hatched, and raised entirely in captivity, a technically demanding process that remains rare. Most farmed bluefin on the market today are ranch-raised, not full-cycle farmed. At every stage, sustainability is managed through quotas, licensing, and electronic traceability. As one fishery manager puts it, every bluefin is tracked from the moment it leaves the water. Permits, quotas, and digital records ensure that what ends up on the plate can be traced all the way back to where it was caught or raised. This system is designed to protect bluefin populations and give confidence to chefs and consumers alike. Inside a bluefin tuna ranch, every day begins with a careful check of the water. The flow must be steady, the oxygen levels high, and the temperature held between 18 and 24 degrees Celsius. These conditions are essential for the fish to thrive. Operations managers walk the pen perimeter at sunrise, listening for the rhythm of the water and watching the tuna move in endless circles. As one manager explains, if the water stops moving, the fish stop moving. That's when problems start. Feeding is a science in itself. Sardines, mackerel, and squid, oily, energy-rich prey, are the mainstays of the bluefin diet, sometimes supplemented with specially formulated pellets. The goal is not just to make the fish bigger, but to build healthy fat deep within the muscle. Over months and even years, this fat forms the marbling that gives bluefin its signature richness. The prized belly, or otoro, can reach over 30% fat, creating a texture and flavor unmatched by any other seafood. Every detail matters. Water quality is monitored throughout the day, with oxygen sensors and temperature probes set at different depths. Space is carefully managed so each tuna can swim freely, reducing stress and disease risk. Veterinary teams inspect the fish and the nets, looking for any sign of illness. Only with this constant attention can the tuna reach the ideal size and fat content that define the world's most sought-after sashimi. The process is patient, precise, and entirely focused on turning nature's raw potential into something extraordinary. Number 17. Meatloaf with tomato glaze and green beans. Harvest begins at the moment the tuna reaches its target size and condition. Every second counts. The fish is removed swiftly and with care, never rushed, never rough, to protect the delicate flesh that defines its value. Immediate chilling follows, with each tuna placed into an ice slurry or temperature-controlled bath. The goal is clear: bring the core temperature down to between 0 and 2 degrees Celsius as fast as possible. This invisible race against time preserves the vibrant color and firm texture that buyers demand. Temperature logs are kept, and any deviation can mean the difference between a premium lot and a downgrade. A quality inspector stands at the next checkpoint. Their job is not just to sort, but to safeguard quality. As one inspector explains, it is the speed of chilling and the gentleness of handling that separate an average fish from the very best. Inspections focus on freshness, firmness, and the cleanliness of every step. A single bruise or sign of mishandling can dull the flavor or fade the deep red hue. At this stage, the entire supply chain hangs in the balance. The pursuit of perfection means that quality can be lost in minutes, but excellence is preserved through discipline and respect. On the auction floor in Japan, bluefin tuna are judged on size, fat content, color, firmness, freshness, traceability, and handling. Graders look for deep red flesh, fine marbling, and a texture that springs back to the touch. Each fish's journey, from harvest to cold storage, is revealed in this public moment. When the bidding ends, skilled butchers divide the tuna into its most valued cuts. Akami is the lean, ruby red back meat, chutoro is the marbled, medium fatty belly, and otoro is the pale, buttery heart of the belly, prized for its richness. A Tokyo sushi chef says, "With bluefin this fine, the simplest preparation is best. A slice of otoro, a brush of soy. Whether served as sushi, sashimi, tartare, or steak, restraint honors the fish." Every plate carries its full story: species, origin, catch method, and lot. Today, every cut of bluefin reflects choices between tradition and sustainability, and between demand and responsibility. The future of this prized fish depends on what we value most. Subscribe for more stories like this.